God, it's nice to have a fucking hot athlete staring at me. This feels like an ESPN interview. So sick of looking at fat, deranged comics. Look at him, he's chiseled. His face. This is the face I want when I stop drinking.
I mean, I drink.
Yeah, but you wear it well. You're long.
Maybe so. But I wear it on my face too because I have very fair skin. And
Yeah, you both look like
it gets blotchy.
Pig's assholes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pig's assholes?
Yeah. It's
You
like a
just
color.
went from telling me I'm a cut, chiseled athlete to a pig's asshole.
Yeah. Your complexion.
I think that when you have two redheads in the same room, that we bring each other down.
Yeah, you think so?
There's this, you kind of say one's okay, and then two's way too many.
Right. Are you thinking that, or
I've always been aware of
thinking?
this. I've been aware of this. There was a thing. Are we going?
Yeah.
There was a thing that it was an international gathering of redheads or gingers. It's one of those things.
I hope it was a Holocaust. Was it a big shower event?
It would have been a time to sort of eradicate. But I remember people sent it to me on social media, and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
It disgusted me.
Really?
Yeah, it was so many redheaded people in one place.
Yeah.
And I thought, don't do that.
Yes.
That's not right for the rest of people. And I'm not even trying to be funny here.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It's something about a concentration of redheads. If you have a full family of redheaded people.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. It's like a Puerto Rican day parade. It's like
just,
you gotta cut them up.
Come on. It's so flagrant. It's so, I don't know.
Yeah. But when it works like you, it's a spectacle.
It works better for women.
Oh,
Good looking
dude,
redheaded women
my God.
are stunning.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the pig's butthole. Like that's where I got it from.
Oh.
Yeah, I hooked up with a hot redhead, and the color, it was like a magenta.
Oh, her own
her
butthole.
Yeah.
Was pink.
It was a color I couldn't explain.
I once saw someone compare a nice woman's butthole to the nose of a kitten.
Yeah. Close.
Which I thought was very cute.
Yeah. It's just Crayola couldn't even come up with this
That's what
color.
you hope for. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, when they open that gold box and it's just something you've never seen before. She rolled over on all fours and I was just enamored. I stopped moving, just stared at it.
You and I were getting into it, the dirty talk last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
very
think I was
funny.
just talking.
You were just talking.
Yeah.
What were you saying? The swinging natties of a pig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like swinging natties. Just natural big swinging, hanging tits, small fours.
It's good. That's what you hope for.
When you knock her around and the nipple drag.
You graze.
You graze. So
you hold lightly between your fingers in a scissor motion.
Yeah, you let them rattle your knuckles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the nipple.
Sometimes I'll go between these two fingers and then I'll switch and do it between these two.
Wow.
And I kind of go back and forth.
Ambidextrous.
I don't know. I like the webbing. I like nipple on webbing.
Really?
I guess.
You know what that's from?
What is it?
Being a kid. Did you suck your thumb?
Probably.
Yeah, I sucked my finger and I was huge.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
This one.
That's gay.
Yeah.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
No, but the roof of my mouth is so concave. It goes up like 4 inches.
Wow.
My skull structure changed. You ever see like poor kids? You could tell they grew up poor because their teeth are off. They come out.
I'm not familiar
out.
with poor kids.
Yeah.
Tried to avoid.
Yeah. Well, you could tell when somebody sucked their thumb till they were like 16.
Okay.
Because they have vampire teeth.
Oh.
They got that vampire mouth.
That truly affects the mouth.
The whole dental structure is all fucked up.
Damn, that's too bad.
Yeah, I had fangs till I was like 8th grade.
And what have you done for that?
Dentist.
They fixed it?
Orthodontist fixed it.
You had braces?
He put fucking railroad tracks and pulled them down from like here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you ever do veneers?
Never.
Why not?
I think I would be toothless before veneers.
And is that
until they perfect that art?
Oh, I think it's come a long way.
Yeah. Are you wearing veneers right now?
No, I don't have veneers.
Yeah,
but because the dentist told me he wouldn't do it for me. He said your teeth are too nice. I can't do it.
Wow.
I said that's fine.
You got a dick shortening story?
No, it's just luck. It's just luck. Dick shortening. story.
I can't shorten it. It's too large.
It's a nice thing to be told, but we all hate our teeth. I think everybody kind of hates their teeth until people get veneers. People with veneers say, "I love my teeth. It's the best thing I ever did."
No.
That's what they say.
That's crazy. I've never seen one person with a set of veneers and I was like, whoa,
Will Compton.
you fucking nailed it.
You ever seen his teeth?
Yeah, before his fucking broken chiclets.
Yeah, his former mouth was
Yeah,
haunting.
Ben Affleck teeth. You ever see Ben Affleck's baby teeth?
Well, I remember from Good Will Hunting, his teeth were so different.
Google it. Google Ben Affleck baby teeth.
Baby teeth.
He's got tiny little dice. Throw game show host teeth in my skull. If I have teeth like that, I get it. You don't want to ruin these. That's
No.
a nice set of dice.
No, I like my
Also,
teeth.
you have this thing where I was obsessed with this girl. Her front two teeth go down and in a little, and then these incisors come over them.
Yeah.
So hot.
I think that happened when I got beat up.
You got punched square in the fucking face.
I've told you this story the last time I did your pod. That was from the Lobster Man.
Oh,
That beat me up,
That
which I
was-
tell on stage.
yes. Good for you.
Yeah.
You got to get that shit out.
I know. Well, that'll be in the special. That is in the special. But that is what happened. This tooth it came loose. Have you ever had a loose tooth as an adult?
Yeah, but it came out.
I had a loose tooth. It's the scariest thing.
Yeah.
Because we've all had that dream
Yeah.
where our teeth come loose or our teeth start falling out.
Yeah.
And having an actual loose tooth as an adult, it's never supposed to happen again for the rest of your life.
Right.
And this one was wiggling around. And the dentist told me it would reset itself.
Wow.
Which it did, but in a different place.
So you just chewed solids from the left side of your face?
After that happened, after I got beat up, I was on a pretty liquid diet for a couple
you get
days.
your jaw wired shut?
No, but I had a broken orbital bone. I had some like mesh put in, a mesh wiring.
Wow.
And then I think that had more to do with the eye socket. And then I had hairline fractures in the gums, and that was what had made this tooth loose. And then I broke my nose. Pretty bad. The nose break was the worst part because then when they reset it, it healed, but it shifted left and closed off the left nostril so much that I years later had to have a huge surgery.
Yeah.
And it was a nose job where they took a full-blown shovel and started from scratch.
They don't.
Broke it into 100 pieces.
Oh my God.
And then basically we're going to mold it as if it's a new nose.
It looks great.
Thanks.
Did you always have this size nose?
Yeah, I've always had a pretty
So it hasn't changed.
prominent proboscis.
I'd say
that's-
prominent. In this house, I would say prominent.
Proboscis. Prominent is the adjective. Proboscis is the nose. But I don't know if that's how it's
Are
pronounced.
you being facetious?
I'm being everything.
Yeah. You're being a fat guy.
Throwing it all at you. Just throw you off your
dude.
game.
I'm into women with big noses, to be honest with you.
Are you now?
Yeah. Big Roman noses. My girl doesn't have one, but I like a big, face forward nose.
Is
Because
that
women think the daintier the better. Gross.
you want something?
You want something up there.
You want something going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not.
What are you
not too
afraid to
much.
say?
Well, I don't want a beak.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want a big old beak.
So a big nose. You're saying you're not attracted to women the way I am.
I think we have different tastes.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
You don't think my girlfriend's beautiful?
I always have. I don't, but you already admitted that her nose is not of the ilk that
True.
you prefer.
True. She's not going to listen to this, but I won't tell her. It is great. Once I started dating her, she's like, I'm not going to fuck it. I can say whatever I want in this little cavernous,
That's nice.
This is my diary back here.
I have learned to be far more careful about what I say on podcast
Yeah.
due to some pretty bad come to Jesus conversations.
Well, you got fired.
not just that.
That was for the written article, though, right?
Yeah, it's more things that I've said about real people in my life.
And then meet them.
No, they hear it.
Oh.
And you're thinking, you listen to the podcast?
Oh, wow. Can you give me an
respected
example? They're not going to listen to this. I promise you that.
I've had to answer to a lot. One time I told a story about a party I was at where I made a joke that a friend of mine came looking for cocaine. He wasn't even, but he listened and then said, that's really bad for my professional.
Did you say the name of the guy that was looking for coke?
I think I did.
Oh my God.
But he wasn't looking for coke. I was in the bathroom and he kept knocking, and I was like, he was knocking so frantically, it's as if he thought I was in there doing cocaine without him.
Yeah.
Some joke like that.
Right.
And then that's what
Well,
set
if he
him
was
off.
upset with your insinuation, I bet he was actually looking for coke.
Could be.
And the jig's up.
I hadn't
Now
really.
everybody knows why he's banging on the fucking door.
It's funny. Those are the little things, right? You said the jig is up.
Yeah.
So I know it as the gig is up.
Yeah.
But it could be jig.
Yeah.
And I don't actually know what's right.
Is this why you laugh at me most of the time when I'm not even trying to make you laugh?
You're funny.
Just the way I talk.
Everything about you is funny. You're a funny guy. You don't have to try. I have to try. Everything I say that's ever been funny, I had to try. And you have that gift of the sort of, what is it? It's like an inherent humor. You're
100%.
inherently funny.
It's all your surroundings from your.
But you also can try. And you can try and
bomb.
be funny.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but I'm saying
I bombed
you have
last night in
both.
front of fucking 300 hot girls. Real bad.
But there are people who are inherently funny who, when they try to be funny, are not funny.
Yes.
I have a very dear friend like that.
Does he do coke?
He has done.
Yeah.
I've started
his
doing
name.
that. I've started doing that,
Let's
by the way.
keep going, baby. Let's fucking say let's go through 10 friends each. Fuck it. Let's hammer out all these fucking dickheads.
He, you know, if I'm not
No, you
going
don't have to.
to lead a trail of breadcrumbs to him, but I've started doing this as a thing. It's an affect that I have, that I've adopted. And I'm not thrilled about it, but I can't stop.
Yeah.
I've started saying he has done,
Yeah.
or I may do.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Britishism.
Okay.
Most people would just say I may or
Yeah.
he has.
Yeah.
But I add the do or
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I do it.
Yeah. My girl's a linguistic twat about everything I say. She enjoys the way I naturally talk, the way you do.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But when I try and like elevate, she'll go, "You sound ridiculous. Don't ever do that. It's not grandiose. It's grand." Like things like that.
Oh, you're enlarging
I
words.
try and turn it up like I'm in a fucking job interview.
Yeah.
You know?
I have to turn it down.
Yeah, you'd have. I mean, but you know what you're doing. You're a Harvard grad.
Yeah. But I find myself.
I'm a smart kid in a retard's clothing. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It's a sheep and a wolf thing.
I find myself looking ahead at a sentence I'm about to say and looking at the word I'm about to choose and then hitting the right click drop down menu thesaurus
Yes.
to find a simpler version of the word I'm intending to
Right,
use.
whereas
Because I know
everybody
I'm
else-
speaking to someone like you.
Yeah, right.
Whose
foreman.
brain will start to shut down.
Yeah, right. Now I'll let you go with that. I'll let you go with that one time. We'll keep that in,
You have
and then
this-
I will rearrange
this is
your
what I
fucking
love.
teeth. You call me stupid again.
There's this simmering violence that sits just below the skin with you.
Isn't that what keeps you alive? That's what keeps me in good shape.
It does, but for you, it manifests as tickle fights, which I find so much worse than if you were to just punch me in the face. I get so afraid of you tickling me.
Yeah.
And you and Shane are both like that. I think he got that from you.
No, it's the we do have that ilk. It's where we're raised.
Every time I'm with you, you tickle me, and you tickle me violently.
Yeah.
And it fucking hurts.
Isn't that fun?
I don't know.
I think it's great. I think it's
know.
endearing, dude. It's like, you know,
I'm a toucher. I do like to be touched. I like ruffling up the boys
Yeah.
and grabbing a shoulder and hugs
See,
and stuff
no,
like that.
no. You got to flip the script. You go the opposite, right? Because alpha, masculine type energy, you would expect that. Grip them up from behind. You start to fucking dead fish them.
Yeah.
That's boring.
Oh.
No, you just like, you get in here. You get in these little nooks and crannies that only your girlfriend touches.
You know where to poke.
Yeah, that's how you know I love you.
That's very
If I
sweet.
touch you like that.
Okay.
That's you're in the inner circle.
I will accept that.
Yeah.
Even though it makes me on edge.
That's the point.
I sit defensively around you.
Yeah. Shane and I have never walked past each other once in our lifetime without going like this. Covering your dick. You got to cover your balls. And that's from my brothers. I mean, he must get it from his sisters
Yeah.
who beat the fuck out of him. But yeah,
How many siblings do you have?
I got two older brothers.
Okay. I thought you just said sisters.
He has sisters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what's going on with you? Tell me about yourself.
Right now?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you think you'd do that? Start to interview me?
Why can't I?
I like this. because we don't talk enough.
I know, that's my point. I want to hear what you've been up to. You've gotten back into stand-up.
I've gotten back into stand-up.
And you immediately picked up right where you left off, which is to say in a prodigious state.
Yes. Picked up where, capability-wise, yes. But I have to now find my voice.
Oh.
I have to find material fast.
But you've got years to mine.
Sure. But 6 of those years that I wasn't doing it, my fucking brain was on a different planet.
Why?
I was in a dark hole.
Were you?
Yeah, I was very depressed.
For 6 years.
5 to 6 years, I just probably, yeah.
How'd you find your way out? Or are you still in it?
No, I'm not totally out of it, but I'm managing it.
Any tips?
Go to the gym.
Yeah, I do
Surround
that
yourself
already.
with loved ones.
Yeah.
Do something you love. And I finally got back on stage and I was like, what was I doing?
That was it?
Yeah.
Doing stand-up?
Yeah. Shane would leave the apartment looking at me and he'd be like, do stand-up. Come with me to the cellar. And I'd be like,
I remember.
yeah, I'm not doing that. And I just wouldn't go out. And then I started opening for him. And I took like 2 or 3 classic bits, ones that I didn't throw up in my mouth telling, you know what I mean? Because your old shit, you're like, oh my God, I was so bad. And then I was like, oh, I still have it. Now I just have to figure out what to say. And just, who am I now? So that's the running in place situation I'm at right now, which is great. Because I just found a new bit that destroys. So I'm like, fucking, let's go. That's all it takes is one more 10 minutes. Now I find another 10. I want to compile an album in the next year.
Wow.
And then dump my girlfriend, punch you in the fucking face, buy a jet ski. 2 jet skis in case one battery goes out.
Or run a show. You know, I'll tell you what. I took an Uber here.
Yeah.
A 4.5 hour Uber here.
That's because you left on a Saturday at the wrong time.
I was
It
coming
takes 15
from
minutes.
Yeah.
20 max. Go ahead, tell me.
Well, I didn't mind the time because the driver was a prophet.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Now, before I continue with what he said, I have to warn you, he was black. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem for you.
I mean, I prefer that color asshole over you two.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying you would have figured it out based on the story. So I wanted to preface it.
Okay.
Because I know that now you will filter it through a different lens.
Right. Okay.
Meaning,
I'll change the voice in my head.
I'm only going to really take in about 3/5 of this information.
Okay.
So, he was amazing. This guy. So he worked in retail. We immediately just got into a very deep conversation. I entered the car and he goes, "How we doing today, big man?" I love that.
That's nice.
I love big man.
That's real nice.
Big man is disarming.
Yeah.
Thank you for noticing my
Because he
stature.
watched you walk to the car first.
He watched me bend down to enter
wow.
the minivan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to stoop.
Yeah. Did you go to close the door and he's like, no, I got that. I got
No,
that.
he knew that I knew.
got that.
He knew that I knew.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's good black that you were on to.
That wasn't
there.
even it.
Well, it was close.
No, baby.
You were starting.
I'm just warming the engine.
You're on the hunt. You're on the hunt.
Yeah. Well, you see where it ends up.
You're on the scent.
Hokey dokey, hokey pokey. It's good. There's a whole arch to this, my friend. I'm warming you up. I'm already there. I know what I want to say, how I want to say it, but I got to grease your palm.
There you go again, by the way. You said there's a whole arch to this. I would have said there's a whole arc to this. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
But it's not necessarily wrong.
it's not wrong.
I'm not going to say it's wrong.
It's not wrong.
It's just close.
Yeah, just like a story arc. Story arch.
So I get in the car and he is talking to me. I tell him about, where I'm at in my life. And he says, "Why are you in town?" I tell him I'm in town for stand-up and comedian and all this. And we get to him and I say, "What about you? What's your journey?" That's what I said. "What's your journey?" Worked in retail. He worked at Lowe's for 15 years. Then he got hired away to be regional vice president at Home Depot, where he worked for another 16. And then he got promoted again and picked off by Costco and worked there for Final Five before retiring. And now he plays golf every single day.
Damn.
And this guy, I mean, I would have...
God damn.
Yes, right. jumping Jehoshaphat. I don't know.
That was bad.
I don't know them. So I don't know their culture that well. That's probably wrong. I'm way off.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who has hit the subscribe button. This doesn't kill me every time I say it, but it's effective, apparently. Apparently, our subs are going up. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to our podcast and join the Patreon. We just got back from another T3 Toyota Tacoma Tommy series. We went to a beer garden, even though I'm tripping over my fucking tongue. Yeah, we didn't get drunk. It was very pretty. We saw a sheep herder. Huh? That's kind of cool. You don't see that on a normal fucking Patreon. Nutrafol. I don't use it, don't need it. But I know a friend of mine that does. Chris has been using it. You should have seen him on a set of tires. I think he's bleeding into his goatee. He's like a biker. It's crazy. I believe it now after seeing his monkey ass. A lot of men think hair thinning is based on genetics alone and don't realize there's a lot more to it. Nutrafol targets 6 root causes: hormones, stress, lifestyle, metabolism, nutrition, and aging, all of which can trigger hair thinning and activate genetic predisposition. Taking care of ourselves as we get older is essential. Exercise, do it. Prioritizing sleep, don't do it. Eating, here and there. We are all guilty of these things, and they're commonly talked about. But not many people talk about taking care of their hair health because it's embarrassing. Not me. If this is something you haven't thought about much, let me tell you about Nutrafol. Hair thinning is not inevitable. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are physician-formulated using 100% drug-free ingredients. Their patented technology provides consistent, reliable results. Men also reported no compromise in sexual performance. The air stays in the balloon, Josh. You can make a whole fucking giraffe out of it on Nutrafol. Take the first step towards achieving your hair growth goals. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code STUFF. That's promo code STUFF at Nutrafol.com/men. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men, spelled Nutrafol.com/men, promo code STUFF. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code STUFF.
Felt wrong. Wish I could have it back.
It's cute, though. It was very cute.
So I'm doing the math. I'm like, that's 36 years in these giant stores.
Yeah.
And he said, I made a ton of money. They were very good to me. And, now he's retired and he just drives Uber. He plays golf every single morning, plays golf. And then he drives Uber just for fun, kind of.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, that's amazing. And he goes, yeah, but I don't play to fool around. I play for money. I gamble. I was like, wow, okay, so what's your index? What's your handicap?
Yeah.
He's like, I play pretty much off par. And I was like, okay, well, the way you're saying that makes me think you're not telling the truth, because you would say scratch.
Yeah.
Or I also was like, what's your index? And he was like, oh, you mean my handicap?
Yeah.
I was like, well, true golfers would know.
Yeah.
We would refer to it as an index.
Yeah.
But
you think he shoots in the high 90s?
No, I don't know. He did say this morning he went and practiced and he was working on his long irons. And the specificity of that training would have me believe he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And he may be very good. But first of all...
I'm hoping you guys set up a tea time tomorrow?
No, I don't know that I could bring him to the places I play. I thought about it.
Remember Fuzzy Zeller when Tiger won the Masters for the first time?
Yeah, what did he say?
Because whoever wins gets to select their dinner.
Yes, the Champions Dinner.
Yeah. And Fuzzy Zeller was coming off the 18th, and they were like, what do you think about Tiger Woods? He goes, I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, yeah, I guess we're going to have like chicken or collard greens or whatever they eat.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said that. And that was
CBS.
Probably 2002 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's when I think Augusta still to that point still had no black members and certainly had no female members.
Yeah.
And isn't it interesting that the first 2 women members that they added ever one was, I can't remember, some high person.
Caitlyn Jenner.
The other was Condoleezza Rice.
Oh my God, that's a man.
To some, perhaps. I could.
Damn. We got to get a soundboard.
Yeah,
For those who only listen to audio, we just have a black co-host.
Condi was one of the first 2 women admitted as members to Augusta National.
God.
It's kind of cool.
I was supposed to say that's cool. You like Condoleezza Rice? You a fan of the condo?
It's not even that.
Old Lisa?
It's just, what an interesting choice. I don't know why.
Yeah, of course you'd go to the government cabinet so you don't have to fucking, be vulnerable enough to...
Was she Secretary of State? I think she was Secretary of State under Bush, right?
Yeah, I don't...
Either Secretary of State or Secretary... No, Rumsfeld, I think, was Defense under Bush. So it was Secretary of State. But she was controversial. I remember that.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I continued to talk to this guy, and...
You think putting an inferno fire over millions of innocent children is controversial?
He was saying...
Okay. Shout out Condo. She's going to hear this. Condoleezza also likes cocaine.
Does she?
Yeah.
That's known?
No, it's just it's a trick to see if she gets back to me.
Oh, good.
Just getting a phone call.
I'd think that if you were a member of Augusta National, that you probably don't feel too flustered by whatever's said on any podcast.
Right.
But he said, I play for golf, blah, blah, blah. Or I play for money. And then I was like, that's great. And he goes, and then I said, he was asking me about like how I feel about where I'm at in my stand-up career. And I was like, I'm a bit of a crossroads, because when I set out to do this, I only dreamt as far as a certain point.
Where you're at.
And I've achieved that.
Yeah.
And along the journey, I didn't really move the goalposts. I didn't readjust my end zone. So I'm in a bit of a limbo right now where, I think most people say, I want to get to this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And as they get closer, they say, okay, well, now I want to become a theater comic. And then they do theaters and they're like, now I want to sell at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I don't need to do any of that shit. And for me, there's this element in my life where I feel like I've beaten the game, and now why am I still playing?
Yeah.
And that's not a great place to be in.
Yeah. Well, this is a conundrum for anyone in any industry. You set your goals, you achieve them, and you go, I want to go more. Right?
Most do, but I have not.
Yeah.
I can't say that I have.
Yes, you have. You just admitted you already have.
No,
the problem is internal. It's happiness.
Yeah, that's...
So you could ultimately say, I've achieved my goal when I was working 9 to 5 as a fucking engineer or an IT consultant at Deloitte. I would, if someone's like, you're going to make ends meet, talking to some ripped, pig-asshole maniac on a fucking couch talking about nothing.
That's so kind.
And you're going to get rent paid.
Yeah.
And you have a good time. Sometimes you're going to go on stage, make people laugh. Would you like that life? Hell yeah.
Right.
And then I'm doing it now, but now I want more. Now I want to sell out across the country.
But I'm saying that I don't know that I want more.
That's my question to you. Are you internally happy enough and content with where you're at right now to say, let's just play this game?
No. But I don't know if the answer is to
you're going to be on Netflix season 2 of Tires.
Buddy, I am
People
thrilled.
Are going to... You're exposing yourself without knowing this, that you're a wonderful actor. And the potential here for you is beyond limitless. So you're going to constantly be at a crossroads with what do I want to do now, right? Stand up was your goal, and you have goals within stand up, baby. Hey, there's 2 other roads here now.
So then just enjoy the journey and
That's
whatever
it.
comes.
My girl tells me this all the fucking time.
All right.
It's very hard to do because you're so entrenched in your own bullshit because you have to be. And it's such a lonely fucking road to do this. So you're constantly waking up with anxiety or depression, but you're still doing what you love. You have to remind yourself that you're doing that. You're successful enough for you. You're making money, making ends meet, making people smile. Suck my dick.
Yeah. You're going to hate this, but the black guy said a very similar thing.
Did he?
Yeah.
Why would I hate that?
Because he's black.
Listen, my friend, I grew up around them.
Whoa. Whoa.
I assimilate
Okay.
to those boys more than this.
Is that so?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd much rather, I feel more comfortable in a black bar than
Where
a white
did you
bar.
grow up?
Just outside of Philadelphia.
What town?
Drexel Hill, Delaware County.
Was that near Drexel?
Yeah, 3 miles away. I went to Drexel. Did you know that?
They say it's a very bad neighborhood, Drexel.
West Philly?
Is that in
It's okay.
that where Drexel is, people say it's bad.
No, it's not. It's bad, yeah. But it's not that bad. It's not fucking Fallujah, but it's bad.
Nothing is Fallujah.
Temple's bad. Temple.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm
That's
thinking
North
of.
Philly.
I'm thinking
West
of
Philly's,
Temple.
Yeah, West Philly's no dog park. It's a fucking you know. Tommy.
You know who I miss?
Who?
Is Chris O'Connor.
Yeah, me too. I haven't fucking.
He'd be adding a lot to this right now. He'd be great.
I haven't even texted him. I haven't talked to him in a month.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It just seems so at odds with how a functioning podcast team should work.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. But you guys will find your way back.
We will. And I like this little change.
And
I like this little interview structure I've been going on.
we're gonna
with.
go. You're gonna go down to Philly,
And we're
I
gonna-
guess up to Philly from here, and I'll be meeting you down there
Yeah.
because I'm gonna come in for an episode. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
You can come. We'll do it again.
That'd
With
be
all of
so
us.
fun.
And you can
I
just watch
had
us battle like we did in the old
such
years.
a great time doing season 1.
Yeah.
It was it is the highlight of my career.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
for sure. You wouldn't say the same.
Yeah, no. But
No, I just think
we-
that would have been the moment to agree. And,
Oh, yes.
And then you didn't. So now you've.
Well, I had a very.
what has been better for you? What's been better? You've
My
had bigger things.
No, not necessarily. But
New faces?
My first. Yeah, I did New Faces.
But that's bigger?
No.
What's been
That
bigger?
was my first. No, my first oh shit was winning Philly's Funniest.
Cool.
And then I won Big Sky Comedy Festival. Then I got New Faces.
Wow.
And then,
I've never seen you do stand up.
yeah, it's great. I like that.
I know, but
no.
I'm
I said
excited.
that's great.
Oh.
Not it's great. That'd be crazy. Wait till you see it. It's great. Yeah, when do you see my index?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a cocksucker like that. No, but we sold Delco proper, and then we filmed the pilot, and it's all the same guys, same crew. Even the camera guys you're using now, same people.
I watched that. I watched
Yeah.
Delco proper.
So that was the first, like, this is the fucking best.
When
That's
it,
what I
when
wanted.
it came out
Yeah.
as a web series.
Yeah. No, we filmed the pilot. The pilot's out too.
Where's that?
Pilot for television's out there. That's all right. So that was the full 30-minute that we filmed over a couple weeks, and that was the most fun I've ever had. So now I'm on their set, so it's not like I'm not in charge and like I didn't do casting, I didn't do all that stuff, which is so fun. Like I'm
Casting?
not in the writer's room every day.
Yeah.
I loved casting. Me and John would just sit in a building in New York, and all these great actors would come in. We had
that's
the
fun.
kid from
They're auditioning.
from Kids. You know that the kid who rapes the girl from Kids?
I don't know that.
He's a great actor.
I'm no. What is
That's
kids?
not even a joke.
What's kids?
The movie Kids?
Never saw it.
Oh, okay. Well, there's like legends coming in here and like reading our lines. Which
That's
is
cool.
Like, it's very fun.
That is cool. I have auditioned a good amount, not a ton, but a
Yeah.
good amount, and I hate it.
Of course.
I hate it.
Of course.
It's why because I love acting.
Yeah.
But I've done a lot of acting fucking training.
Yeah. Really?
So much so that it is a joke that I haven't done more acting.
Yeah.
But it speaks to the sheer volume of auditions one has to go on
Right.
to actually put those skills to use. And I got sick of that shit.
Right. Well, this is the gift of a McKeever and a Shane.
Right.
It's like once you're in that world, there's no auditioning anymore.
Right. Well, that's my point. I said I had the thought of, I think they wrote that part for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very similar to when Happy Gilmore makes the hole in one when he's not a good putter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's just like, well, why don't I just do
that
that every
every
time? Oh, this is so much better than
Yeah, so
auditioning.
much easier.
Why don't I just only do parts that are written for me?
Yeah. Well, eventually you start getting roles. I think that's like the whole purpose of acting is like you get a couple roles and people go, that guy.
Yeah.
I don't need to fucking see 10 of,
Right.
some other guy. I want that guy. Go
right.
get him.
Right.
And that's the goal. That was always my goal.
That would be very nice.
I wanted to do stand up, jump into a fucking sell a show, do 6 seasons of it, and then get in the dramatic movies.
But what's interesting is, it sounds like an amazing thing to actually be just choosing parts that are offered to you and turning others down.
Yeah.
But even in that level of success as an actor, how many bad choices are you afforded before you lose it?
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
How many wrong turns can you make?
Yeah. I mean, the greats always have they turn down classic movies, like the best movies.
Right. Will
There's always
Smith turned down The Matrix, but that's not the right example.
Right, but there are examples that are a little lower going. That would have been it for me.
I know that Paul Rudd, I believe that Paul Rudd turned down The Hangover.
Really?
And then Bradley Cooper took it.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. I think I heard that on Dax Shepard's podcast.
Yeah. I would have loved Silver Linings Playbook. I would have loved to play that role.
That's a great role.
That whole role is my family.
Really?
It's crazy. My brother's bipolar, maniac. My dad is looks exactly like De Niro. Acts like him. Watches Eagles games like that. He didn't bet heavily in front of us, but it was just like I was watching that. I was like, this is insane. Yeah. And they're running around my neighborhood. That's where I'm from, Delco. They're running around the streets of my neighborhood. And I'm like,
in trash bags?
Who the fuck wrote this? Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah, but the auditioning, acting, it's all gay. It's all like, I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying like the whole process of going into an audition room and hanging around actors as opposed to comedians who can act. It's a different breed.
Right.
It's enjoyable if you're with your boys.
Yeah.
You can actually pull it off.
I just think that it's so hard given, 3 lines to read in front of 2 people, you have a minute.
Yeah.
To actually show how you would embody or expand the role that's been written.
Well, do you remember me texting you after I watched Tires? And I was like, dude, you're fucking great. And I was like, that role is so great because you can let it breathe.
Yeah.
So it's not just a fucking one line, switch camera, go somewhere else. You actually embody this person.
Right.
That's the joy I have, is like when I can be someone as opposed to just an offshoot of a joke.
Right.
You're just the face of a joke. I'm literally called a WAP brother, you know?
Yeah. I needed Tires when it happened.
Nice.
My life was on real, in a really tough, I was having a very tough time.
Is that why you skipped John's 40th surprise birthday party? Because you needed it?
No, I mentioned to you that was because it was over Labor Day weekend, which is not a weekend I've ever had free.
Right.
Ever in my whole life.
You know who knew that when they saw your frame? The black driver. He looked at you and said, this guy's never missed a Labor Day weekend.
I'm a big labor guy.
Yeah.
I'm all about labor. I like when women are in it. I like when the British party has the power.
Yeah.
I like doing labor.
You would have been a turncoat.
Would I have?
I think so.
See what I did there?
Okay. Josh, cut that. See what I did there?
Do you see? But I'm saying, would I have instead of? That's what I'm referring to.
Oh, okay.
Would I have instead of would I? And we're talking about the British, so it's apt.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you walk out here with a teacup on your head.
No, my life was in free fall. I was going through a divorce, and I've found that.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah.
Because this is interesting to me, as a close friend of mine.
Yeah.
I would like to actually have an emotional conversation. And what can you give our fans, like how tough that situation was? Obviously, it's
oh my God, it's
nightmare.
devastating, and it's weird too because the first thing that everyone says to you when you tell them that you're going through divorce is, "Do you guys have kids?" And then you say no, and then they immediately say, "Oh, well, that's not so bad then." You're like, well, I don't have a frame of reference for how much worse it would be if we had kids. I can only assume, I'm sure. Right. I know people who have gone through divorce with children, and I'm aware that it's awful. But to this point, this is the saddest thing I've ever gone through in my personal life.
Yeah, right.
And, there's a weird irony too, where when you're married and you're the age that my ex-wife and I were, which is mid-30s, everyone says, when are you having kids? Are you trying? Are you guys having kids? Why aren't you pregnant yet? Are you trying to get pregnant? And that's nosy.
Yeah.
And then when you get divorced, everyone says, thank God you didn't have kids.
Yeah.
You're like, 5 minutes ago, you were fucking putting my dick in her
Yeah.
and saying, don't pull out.
Yeah.
And now here we are on the other side, and you're like, all along, what a gift. What a gift that you didn't have children.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That kind of weirdly, I was a bit bemused by that.
Well, you can always tell your true friends. Like the first thing is like, how are you? I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How are you?
It
Doesn't matter
is-
about fucking anything else.
Right. It is interesting that even the people in our lives, in your life, my life, who I would say are the most quick to band-aid with humor and to sort of not take things seriously or not even want personal strife and emotional depth to enter the conversation.
Of course.
Put that shit on hold and became human to me when they learned that
That's
I was
great.
getting divorced.
That's
I was
great.
very impressed with that.
Yeah. People that you think are just, they're never vulnerable. They're never open.
Friends that I'm friends with through fucking joshing around in a green room in a comedy club.
Yeah.
You found that, oh, they're capable of a little bit more depth than I had thought.
Right.
And that was nice. And then my friends really rose to the occasion and were incredibly just attentive and made themselves known to me. And I'm also, again, I'm at an age where everyone's been siloed off into their own lives a bit. They have children. They're moving away. They're switching jobs, whatever. And everyone's, got so much shit going on. Your primary focus should probably be your partner, your children, your own personal family. Friendships get bumped down the list.
Yeah.
And yet they really reemerged quickly.
That's awesome.
And were very attentive.
Josh, it's spooky season. Oh, it's spooky season, bud. You know what that means. You got to face your fears, dude. You got to face your fears. What scares you around Halloween time? You know? An old creepy lady putting a razor blade in an apple? You know? Some dude abducting you into a van, doing weird stuff with your butt? That's what scares me. But facing your personal fears has been one of the scariest things in my life. The show is brought to you by BetterHelp. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. I've already started, dude. I've been perusing the clinical therapists. I've been looking through, trying to find my guy. The way I did my trainer, I'll take my time. Guy or girl? Probably a lady. I want a lady telling me what's wrong, because if I get upset or feel vulnerable, I'll feel like I have to disrespect the guy. You know what I mean? Especially if it's through Zoom. I'm like, I'll fuck you up, dude. Where do you live? You know, that's the best part about BetterHelp. You can just pick one and you can move on if you're not happy with them. It's entirely online, designed to be confident, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Convenient, rather. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Again, one of the biggest selling points for me. At any moment, I could just go, no. I didn't like the way you said that. I didn't like the thing you did with your eyes when you looked down when I said that about my brother beating my ass. Well, what's wrong with that? Why can't I be vulnerable here in this podcast studio? You got to overcome your fears during this spooky season at BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/StuffIsland today and get 10% off your first month. It's a big deal. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/StuffIsland.
As far as, for me, there were waves of emotions, I guess, if this is what you were interested in.
Yes.
At first, I convinced myself of how correct the choice we'd made was, and tried to tell myself I was relieved. Thank goodness we got out when we did. Mm-hmm. We saw it quickly. Far better to do that than to let it fester, to have children, to then divorce when the kids are 5, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you feel resolved, almost defiant. At least that's how I felt in the couple of months after.
And then, that's just self-protecting?
Yeah.
Self-preserving.
and then things settle and quiet down, and then the loneliness sets in.
Yeah.
And the loneliness is tough.
Yes. Are you in contact with her at this time?
Yeah, we're very, very dear friends.
So that's worse.
I don't know.
No, it's good if you can get through it. I'm saying during the loneliness, if you're still in contact, there's no cold break where you can just eat it.
No,
And then you become friends.
But it wasn't. We weren't in contact in the sense of like a relationship trying to rekindle. It was more
check in.
How are you? How are you? And even just that question was so upsetting. How are you doing?
Yikes.
Was this triggering question. And now we've reached a place of true friendship. And it's funny because people said that wouldn't work, that we would need a year or longer to find that. But we got there pretty quickly, and we're able to talk about our dating lives.
Wow.
And help give each other advice on that. And it speaks to me to how strong the friendship was through the marriage, even if as a married couple we weren't quite right for each other.
Right.
And therefore, I can't really regret it because I think, how can you have such a strong bond with someone that preserves through a divorce and call it a mistake from the get-go? I don't think that's possible.
God damn. No, honestly, that's very insightful.
The Uber ride ended with him going, "All right, man, go hit that golf ball."
I like that.
He's like, grip it and rip it. And he's applying it metaphorically.
Yeah.
But I was like, I like the way that you see the world through golf. This is nice.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I thought that story was going to end with you guys having a tea time.
I should have done.
Yeah, you should.
Why am I getting a phone call? This is pissing me off.
Because you're out of town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't mean to make that.
No. I haven't talked about it much. It's funny. I did address it on Son of a Boy Dad, and I said that is all I would say about it. But now I'm in such a healthy place about it.
That's awesome.
That I feel no problem talking about it.
Yeah, I was like that, like doing podcasts when I slept with a transsexual. Like at first, I thought about saying, I was like, I'm not ready yet.
Can you wait? You need to be more specific.
Possibly bring that up right now because I am not ready. Her and I haven't been speaking, so I am not at a place where we have the relationship where I would even think she would want me to talk about it on a podcast. And then, as we progressed, I found myself really entrenched in my own emotions. And through that, I grew. And as I was growing, I started to say, you know what? I think I could talk about this on a podcast. And then I went on my podcast and I just said, I fucked a guy. And all the weight off my shoulders was nice. I grew a couple inches.
Is this real?
Yeah.
I want to hear about it. Wait, hold on. What is a transsexual? Please. Start there.
What are you doing?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. And I don't mean it to dehumanize.
Oh, you think I'm worried about that?
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about
I was told the greatest lie of all time.
Oh, damn you.
It's a dude who it's a hot, very attractive man who...
Gender reassignment surgery?
Well, let's say half of it was on layaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, nice tits.
Okay, wait.
Lovely little lady.
Born a man.
Yeah, it's a man who changed to a woman.
Changed to a woman.
Yeah, I got fucking Jennered.
Okay.
Miss Jennered,
And
if you will. That's a play on words.
Okay, so that's what, and that is the only definition of a transsexual.
I don't fucking know.
Okay, all right. Well, then I won't hold your feet to the fire because I didn't know you were kidding, and I thought it was very funny because he was laughing as if this is something that's come up before.
I've said it on the podcast,
but it's a joke.
I wanted to say it on my last podcast with Shane, the affair one we did. But I'm actually.
Wait, I don't know about that. Tell me about that.
I'm actually comparing. I'm making a comparison to like your your transition from your emotional state to be able to speak about something.
It was very funny.
And feels good. Yeah.
I wish that I had not taken it seriously.
No.
Because I was
You
laughing
took it the way you should have.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was real. But I would have laughed. And if I'd known it was a joke, I would have laughed too. I'm not taking that away from you.
No, I'm not worried about that.
Okay, good.
I'm not worried about that. I'm saying, even without going through marriage, I think it's as a comedian, you go through these phases regardless of your experience with something. Maybe it's a death in the family, maybe it's a divorce or breaking up or quitting drugs, or those things take time to go. I need to talk to somebody.
Yep.
You have to have somebody to speak to. So there is something to say in that you got emotionally vulnerable to me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to our friendship that you opened up a little more. So now let me tell you how I fucked this guy.
That's good. That's good. Now I see.
Let me fix my cord shorts.
Yeah, good shorts.
Thanks, pal.
You ever go to Barton Springs?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over there after this
Right now?
for a dip.
You get in the water.
Yeah, absolutely. What else would we go there for? Do you want to come?
Stare at the hot kids.
There are some good kids there. Good crop. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to jump in and then get ready for the shows tonight.
There's a diving board. Oh, yeah. They're not going to see this, but yeah.
Sorry.
How many shows? 5? Did you do 5 shows? 4 shows?
Just 4.
Just 4?
Yeah. I sold both out last night, but I
Goddamn right you did.
don't know if tonight's going to go because of the UT Austin game.
Yeah, but the comedy fans are going to come out.
That's what I hope for.
Yeah. The late show might be fucking mayhem.
Because if they win.
Yeah, or lose. It doesn't matter. Just saying. Just the drunkards coming in.
Yep.
Hot kids.
Hot kids.
Just more hot kids coming to see old Franny boy.
The HKs, the Hong Kongs.
God damn.
Yeah.
I fucking really ate ass in front of the Hong Kongs last night.
Did you know?
Yeah, it was 3 bachelorette parties.
Wow.
Yeah. Guys ahead of me were real goofing off, getting yucks. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, they're going to fucking hate me, you know?
You can always tell.
Yeah. Oh, I was listening to them. I'm like, I ain't gonna like this. Old Pop,
The
angry.
timbre of laughter
Yeah.
is very forecasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People stop. Like, I looked down at the front row and they just went like this. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they weren't ready for this fucking neighbor dad strength coming out. Just going, huh? Huh? I gave them the goods with the fucking eyes first. And they were like, no, thank you. No fucking thank you.
Are you religious?
I was raised Catholic, but no, I'm not religious
What do you got on your neck there?
whatsoever. This is a lion. And in fact, I got all this jewelry to be a WAP brother. So I have a ring. I only went in for a pinky ring.
Mm-hmm.
And this beautiful Muslim boy, Sammy, I liked him. Didn't fuck him. He goes, I got a ring for you. And it was what's the fucking, the gang?
The Crips, the Bloods,
No, Jesus Christ.
in Muslim?
I'll forget it. It's a gold ring. And then I was like, do you have a pendant by chance? Just anything but religious.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a custom lion pendant. Throw it in the bag. Gave me a new chain because my previous chain didn't have the weight. And then he threw in the bracelet for half off.
How much did you pay for all that?
Like 75.
That's not bad.
Yeah. It's only 18.
Carat gold? $75.
75,000. 7,500. Sorry.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's real gold. I mean,
I'm sorry. I thought you meant $75.
Have you ever purchased something?
No, I don't wear gaudy jewelry.
Your fucking hair.
You just said you bought it for a roll.
If I had your hair, I wouldn't wear gold.
Why are you still wearing it?
What do you mean? I love it.
And so the character that you were costumed for
Was me all along, dude. You see the scene in Usual Suspects?
People
that was
tell
me
me
all along.
I wasn't acting in Tires.
Yeah.
But I have shed that guy. I'm not that guy.
Yeah. I stunted my growth.
You are still wearing stuff you had to buy for the role.
You think it was a leap for me to be that guy?
No.
All I did was grow a beard and buy an extra fucking pendant.
I will say $7,500. Did they subsidize that?
No. I bought it all on my own.
That's a lot of money. That speaks to how well your podcast is doing.
It's doing okay. Yeah, especially now that I'm doing everything. You look at jewelry. You're wearing a fucking Rolex, dickhead.
I guess you're right. I do like watches. I like a nice watch, but I'm thinking about
Your
a chain.
skin complexion can't work.
I can't
for
wear
this.
gold.
No.
I can't wear gold.
No.
I'm too gold myself.
And a watch on me, I just look like I'm trying to steal your wife. This is more, I'm trying to steal your sister,
Nice.
daughter.
I think I'm thinking about a chain. Why?
You have to go silver though, or something.
Why would I do it? Why would I wear a chain? What is that?
What is it?
What do people
I
wear
didn't
a
even know
chain
if this
for?
was outside of my shirt. Usually when I wear t-shirts, I don't put it outside
What do
because
I?
it's corny.
Why am
But
I
I
wearing
like-
a chain if I wear a chain? What is it for?
What is it for? It's an accent.
That's it.
Yeah, it's.
I think they look nice.
You're wearing a hat. That's an accent.
I'm wearing a hat for sun protection.
Oh, okay.
It's too dangerous.
Your hair does that. You have nice hair. You're not bald.
My hair doesn't cover my face.
Oh, so it's for the front of your face like
It's
an old
my
Asian
nose
lady?
and my cheeks and
Get
my
one of those
forehead.
fucking Asian hats. They wear gardening.
Like I'm a caddy
Yeah, or caddy.
or gardener.
Get the mud flap gardener one. That's pretty sick.
Like I'm harvesting clams in the mud flats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pig asshole skin is so vulnerable. You guys have to. Do you lather up on the beach like an asshole? Do you have that like SPF 7,000?
When
500?
you exfoliate, does alcohol just drip
Yeah.
out of your skin?
It funnels.
Could
So
I
push it.
wring if I gave you an Indian sunburn? Would gin just drip?
No, you have to push it this way so it goes. I'd catch it all like sap. Pure concentrated mezcal.
Circular
Yeah.
sweat.
Where are you going?
It's the most
Get over here!
it's the most efficient alcohol recycling system.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good.
Outside of my gray hair, I'm fucking killing it, dude. Skin's very nice.
Well, you've got the dark eyebrows that are.
I don't know, dude. They're starting to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always envisioned me just going pure white everywhere, having jet black eyebrows.
Ooh, there's a actor for whom that's the case. I think he was in Gladiator.
Yeah, it's a common genetic
It's cool.
scheme or whatever.
Yeah, I like that.
Index. What else?
This is your pod.
Hey, I don't fucking care.
I've run out of ideas,
Why?
but I'm enjoying it. I like the
Are you emotionally distraught?
no.
Do you talk about your divorce on stage?
Only
To get pussy.
only
It's a big comic thing, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows this, but as soon as a comic gets single, they just write a single bit to get laid
Oh, is that so?
from the crowd. Yeah, real scumbag.
I don't
fucking,
need to do that.
I know you don't. I'm saying
But
it's a real
I don't mean
scumbag
it.
move.
I don't mean like I'm getting enough pussy. I'm like I don't need to. I don't need to have sex right now.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not that
That's
horny.
because my conversations are so fulfilling that you're insatiated.
I think that's the benefit of a breakup at 35.
Yeah,
Where
God, true.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I have control over my libido. I have a little
Yeah.
bit of impulse control.
Yeah, I hit 40, 42, and it's just like my ability to just shed care for anything that's not my immediate health or my loved one's health. I just don't. It's awesome. It's that scene in fucking The Office Space where the guy has a heart attack
Yeah, right,
and
right.
Peter's just sitting there like,
Yeah, I don't
that's
care.
how I am with everything now,
Yeah.
outside of my own tiny circle. And that's just with age. You just go, you'll figure it out. That's why my dad always gave me zero advice. It was always, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine. You'll work it out. Not zero advice,
But you gotta have some advice in those moments. I don't know that
I'm saying I don't have it for them.
Right.
You
okay.
need it. Yeah, I'm saying my dad should have given me some fucking advice. Yeah, no, I'm just saying I have no time for that bullshit. It's
Yeah.
the same thing as I'm not going to your kid's first birthday party. If
I
you're
was
like a
just
cousin.
gonna say
Yeah.
I've been invited to a lot of first birthday parties recently.
Nope. No, thank you.
And I love the people, and I'm so thrilled that they have children.
You're welcome.
But I couldn't go.
No.
I can't go.
No.
And to the point where you start to think, what do I need to do
to not get invited.
To stop getting these invites.
Yeah.
Do I need to start being creepy?
No. No, you'd think that they would get the hint. If they're a normal person, right? If I invite you to something and you were like, no, thank you. I'd be like, all right, I just want to give you the invite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to fucking judge you.
Right.
I know if I eventually have a child, if we have a party, it's not for the fucking kid.
Right.
That's where I got my personality, by the way.
Mm.
The way I speak is my dad's one of 9, my mother's one of 11, and our family parties were fucking nuts. So all our cousins are going around unhinged, you know, taking sips of beer off the tables and fucking just mayhem. And
11 kids. How many of them are twins?
None.
Not a single one.
No. And my grandma, my Irish grandma, had, I think, 3 miscarriages, 11 children.
So hold on a second. Let's think about this.
Her entire adult life. She was pregnant or giving birth.
Do you know when she had her first child? At what age?
No. Had to be 18, 20.
Right. You gotta, I mean, it's then.
Yeah.
Because it's really one every
It's hell on earth.
2 years, one every
It's hell on
18
earth.
months at best.
I imagine the gift of life, the gift of motherhood is probably exceptional for a few of those. And then you're just like, that's a litter of pups.
Well, you can't go anywhere. There's no automobile big enough to transport your family to.
You can't go in the heat. You're always pissing your pants. Bladder's getting squeezed out of your asshole. You know, you're just a big Irish blob plopping on another fucking useless baby. What a poor woman. Wasted her whole goddamn life. Life is short.
But what a legacy.
What a legacy.
What a lineage.
Right. I wouldn't be here. She didn't piss her pants.
How many cousins do you have?
I don't know.
First cousins do you have?
I don't know.
11 children and then 9? You 20? You have 20 aunts and uncles?
Yeah.
No, whatever. 18?
Yeah.
Because 2 are your parents?
I met a first cousin at McDonald's after a baseball game in high school. We came off the bus, went to McDonald's with our cleats, and I got to the counter, and the girl was like, "Are you Tom Papa?" And I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "I'm your cousin, Jen." She was like 18.
Wait, that's your real name?
My real name's Papa, yeah.
Why'd you change it to Pope?
Because there's a Tom Papa.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Who's quite revered.
Yeah. Not my household.
No, I can understand that.
Not by me and my dad. I'll tell you that.
That's really why you did that?
Yeah. I had to. The manager at Helium told me I had to, like, year 2, and I was like, shut up. I go by Tommy. I'm like, that's not how it works.
Holy
Algorithms
shit.
and search engines and shit.
Did you do it legally or you just
No, not yet.
just
I won't
as a
ever.
stage name?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it sounds close. Growing up, everyone was named, they were called by their last name.
Tom Takar,
I
went
love
to
him.
Tom Takar from Tom Brady, which is such an interesting.
What?
He's Tom Brady.
I
Truly.
didn't know that.
And he changed his name to Tom Takar.
Takar is such a wild choice. Is that his mom's?
It's his dad's. Thakkar. How interesting is that to go from a stage name or from a real name of Tom Brady, which is pretty fit for stage,
Yeah.
to Tom Takar, spelled Thakar.
Yeah. Dude, that's great.
And you'd have to, the only reason you could ever justify it is if the person named Tom Brady was so famous
Yeah.
that you had to
You
run
had to.
as far from that
Right.
as you
Yeah.
could.
Sound like a moon cricket.
Yeah. And he's so funny.
Dude, I love him
And
so
he talks
much.
about this, so I'm not telling tales out of school, but he changed his name to his, I think, I don't want to get this wrong. I think he changed his name to his father's name. And his father and he don't. His
Get
father,
along.
they are estranged.
Oh, okay. So he took his mother's name because his dad wasn't in the picture.
Yeah, maybe it's the other way around. So I don't know, something like that. But he's told me this story on a podcast.
I mean, I
before.
would have stuck with Brady. It's kind of funny. I only did it because the guy's in my field.
I think there's the comedian who first opened my mind about comedy and made me a fan of comedy was Bob Marley.
Yeah,
ever
I
heard
know
of him?
Bob. I know of him.
From
He's
Maine.
very funny.
Bob Marley from Maine.
He's very fucking funny.
I'm from Maine.
Yeah.
And Bob Marley was the king of Maine.
Yeah.
And he had 20 albums
Yeah.
before I was 18.
Yeah.
And he was fucking putting shit out left and right, and he would do, come do fundraisers at our high
Yeah,
schools.
yeah, yeah.
But he didn't really travel that much, a little bit. But then he kind of just stayed in Maine, and he'd be introduced as comedian Bob Marley because,
Yeah.
of course,
Bob Marley.
yeah.
Yeah, but Bob Marley's dead.
Does that make the difference?
At that time? Yes. Because if you're showing up in person as Bob Marley,
Nobody's gonna be like, wait a second.
holy shit.
Wait.
Yeah, this church is nuts.
What?
Comedian Bob Marley. Yeah, it's crazy. Didn't think that through.
Mm-hmm.
The air's different up there.
Maine's wonderful.
Maine is nice. I was just there, Portland.
What were
We
you
had a show
doing?
on our Stuff Island tour.
Oh, what'd you do up there?
Empire?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's fun. It's a fun room.
Great
Is it still
fucking crowd.
upstairs in that you got to walk up those stairs?
Yeah, it's like a connected to the bar. The bar is in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a beautiful room.
Nice room.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Great crowd.
Yeah. Crowds in Maine are great.
Shout out Empire. I forget the owner's name. He was great.
I haven't been back to Maine to perform in a long time. I used to do a place called Port City Music Hall every year. I'm due to go back there.
Do you
for a
want to
show.
plug what's up next?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Rochester with Lil Sasquatch. We're gonna co-headline that.
What's it like going on the road with him?
He's a big fly fisherman. That's what he likes to
Really?
do. Yeah. So he checks out the local fly map
Wow.
and then decides whether or not he'll bring his gear.
That's very funny.
Yeah. So
I would
he's
never.
he's big on it. That's his big hobby.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. He's pretty good at it.
I bet.
We went in February. We went up to do the Syracuse Funny Bone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the weekend together. And we stayed at, I have a place up in the Hudson Valley. And we stayed there and we would fly fish during the day and do the shows at night in February.
Wow.
The snow was coming down on the river.
Oh my god.
And we were wearing 2 pairs of thick socks and all the waders and stuff, flannels.
God.
Even so, it was so cold
This is,
that
but it's still white guy porn. I mean, that's
it was
like,
pretty magical.
That's rich white guy porn.
I'll show you a video once we wrap here.
We're gonna wrap right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, come see us in Rochester, and then we'll be in Grand Rapids, Michigan in December. I've postponed all my own personal headlining dates for until the new year, and that's Dallas, San Diego, and Lexington, and a few others because they conflicted with our tires shoot. So sorry about that, but I will be back, and stay tuned.
Yeah,
Tickets at punchup.live/Francis Ellis.
Do
What
you,
about
have
you?
do you have a website?
Not anymore. I just
No.
went to the Punch Up Live thing.
Punch Up Live?
Yeah. Have you heard about that?
No, we'll talk off.
Okay. Yeah. What do you got?
What?
Any?
Thank you guys.